Hello again. Today we are moving on to my drawer with all my cheek products. That is my blushes, my bronzers, my contour powders, my highlighters. I also have a few of my bigger palettes in here, but not all of them. So for starters, these are my three cream blushes that I still have. There is the Essence Ready for Boarding Lip and Cheek Cream in the shade Beauty on Tour. This is a nice pinky color that I would like to keep. It hasn't changed in color or consistency, so I'm definitely going to continue using this one. Then I have my P2 Cheeks and Lips Cream Blush. This is in the shade Cinderella Drama. This is more of a neutral shade. This is a very nudie blush, and I only use these as blushes, honestly. So I'm going to keep this one around. And then we have my Catrice Cream to Powder Blush in Coral All. You have seen me hit pan on this one, as you can see in my Project 30 pan last year. I want to, this year, actually use this one up completely, which is why it's in my Project Use It Up. So, let me put these two back in. I'm not going to get rid of any here. And I'm going to put this one up with my Project Use It Up products. Then I have three of my Urban Decay primer potions here. The eyeshadow primer potion original right here. Then this one is in Sin, and this one is in Greed. So I have these three here. They are all the tubes, so they're gonna last quite a while for me. There's a lot of product left in them. And once I've used these up, I would actually like to try the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. And in between here, I have the Josie Maran Coconut Watercolor Eyeshadow. This is in Rio de Rose Gold. And I'm definitely gonna keep that one. This is still new. Now, 4 blushes in this compartment here. I have quite a few, honestly, and we're gonna see what we're gonna do about them. So, first up I have this guy here, and this is, these colors are relatively accurate. This is a more rosy color, and this is more of a brown color. I haven't used them yet. I think I've swatched the brown color. I'm just not a fan of them. I'm gonna pass them along, honestly. Enough blushes. Then I have my Essence Miami Roller Girl blush. This was a limited edition, and I like the fact that this is a gradient blush. This was in Dates on Skates, and what I like about this one is that you can get a variety of blush colors out of this one, so I'm gonna keep this. Then I have the Essence Kalinka Beauty blush. This was also limited edition, just like the Miami Roller Girl blush. This was in East Side Story, and this is a wonderful peachy color that I just love. I'm going to keep that one for sure. I don't even need to swatch it. Then I have the Catrice blush in Apricot Smoothie. This is a Defining Duo blush, and I wonder if these two are similar. Yeah, pretty much so. But I'm still going to keep both of them because this is limited edition. I believe this hasn't been discontinued. Then I have my e.l.f. blush here. This is in Mellow Mauve, and I like this one a lot. This is not the most common blush for me, but I like having this and being able to pick it. Then I have 2 sleek blushes. The bottom one is also from the Avoir La Pêche limited edition. This is the Pantau blush, and this was all the rage when it first came out because this is a bright orange blush, and it doesn't even, yeah, this is pretty accurate. This is a bright orange blush, and I don't use a lot of it, but when I use it, I love it. So I'm gonna keep this one, unless I find somebody who would love it. And then this is just one of their regular blushes. This is in Rose Gold. And this is it. This is a rosy shade with golden reflex. I just love this. So this is pretty accurate here. So I'm going to keep this one. And then I have an Essence Matte Touch blush. This is in the shade Peach Me Up. Does this work? Hello? Focus? It's in the shade Peach Me Up. And honestly, this is brand new and I haven't even used this yet. I'm going to keep this. I'm keeping too many peach blushes, but I just want to. And then these two here are actually the same M&Y blushes. They are in 101. And I'm going to put one back in my project, use it up, and one I'm going to declutter. So I am only decluttering 2 blushes, and I'm keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blushes. So that was not too good, but I can live with it. Because the ones I am keeping, I like. So I'm going to put this back in. Oops. And actually, I think I can now move other things in here as well. So more blushes I am keeping. There's possibly... This is the Alverdi blush in Evening Sun. This is a almost terracotta shade, and I think I'm going to keep this a bit longer. You can still see the pattern on it, and it's very nice. So I'm going to keep this one, but I'm going to put this in these here. Then I have these 2 blushes here. The top one is the Manhattan Powder Rouge in Elegant Violet. I don't like this on me, so I'm going to pass this along. This is the Rival de Loup Rouge Powder in the shade Terracotta Blush. I always wanted a terracotta blush, so I'm going to keep this one. I'm not sure if this might not work for contouring as well. Then let's go on over here. There's my Tarte blush in Tipsy. This is a blush I really love. I don't have anything as bright and corally as this one, so I'm going to keep this one. No, it doesn't fit. I'm going to put it there. And then I have my Catrice Multicolor Blush in the shade Iced Caramel Macchiato. This is a very neutral blush that I just like using when I don't feel like putting too much color on my cheeks, so I'm going to keep that one. Also in there I have my Essence Cherry Blossom Girl blush from the limited edition Cherry Blossom Girl, and this is an Asian Sensation. This has cherry blossoms, I believe, on the stamped into the blush, and I like this color a lot. I like that I can just use either of the colors because there's enough room for me to put a brush in, but I can also use them individually. So I'm going to keep this one because it's also very cute. So out of this drawer I have kept 4, and I'm moving 1 out. Then this wants to move down, fine, do it. And then I'm going to go in with my bronzers, and I have my Physicians Formula Bronze Booster in my makeup basket right now, so I'm not going to show this. The next product I would like to show is my Bare Minerals bronzer in Warmth. I'm going to keep this. I have barely used this. I think it might actually be too dark on me, but I would like to give it a try again, so I'm going to leave this one out for the near future. I have the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Amazonian Clay Matte Waterproof Bronzer, and I definitely want to use this one eventually, but right now I'm working on others. And then I have the hyped up NYX Powder Blush in Taupe. This is still the old one. I am moving this one out of my collection, and I believe I haven't even counted this in my current collection anymore because this just doesn't work for me. So I'm going to try and find a home for it. So next up we're going to look at my face palettes. I have my Benefit Powder Wowza face palette. This is the one face palette I own that is not cruelty free. And there is not a lot left here. I have a little bit of a pan in Coralista, the Bella Bamba blush, and the Hula bronzer I have used up last year. I have put Coralista in my project Use It Up for 2016, so this should be gone soon. Then I have the Essence Contouring Blush and Bronzing Powder in St. Lucia. This is it. It is a very nice bronzer and blush duo. I'm definitely going to keep this one because it is brand new and I haven't even touched this yet. Then I have the Naked Flushed palette from Urban Decay. This is in the shade Native. So we have a more pinky blush and a relatively warm bronzer, and the highlight is somewhere in between. I really like this. I have nothing like this blush and I have nothing like this bronzer in my collection. So I am keeping that one as well. And the last one is my, pardon me, Essence Gorgeous Glow Face Palette. And this was a limited edition and I had the chance to pick up the last one in our store. It is a neutral bronzer slash contour powder. Then the highlight is a wonderful champagne shade, but very light. And the blush is, let me see if I can catch this. This is a bit more orangey than on camera right now, but it is very nice. So I'm going to keep this one as well. So then let's continue with this guy right here. Now, in here I have a mixture of products, as you can see already. I have my Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in Reserve Your Cabana. I think this might work as a very subtle highlight for me, so I'm going to keep this one for sure. It is also new. Then, let me move on to this one here real quick. This is my Wet n Wild Fergie, Center Stage Collection Reflect Shimmer Palette. This is in Rosé Champagne Glow, and I like this a lot. I use this as a highlight as well, and I'm going to keep this. I apparently forgot a blush palette. Oops. This is my e.l.f. blush palette in the shade Dark. So these are the darker shades, but I thought that they were actually more warm toned than the shadows in the light shade. So, doesn't show up. There we go. This is very accurate. So these are very dark blushes actually, but I think and hope I can make them work. So these are those four. I'm keeping them.